Shalom, shalom. Call halal. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honestly, elders and apostles, a great millstone to teach them well. Peace and salutations be to hopeful elect. Brother Tazram Gabar. Coming from the prophets in Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. And I'm going to be doing a quick lesson. Just really short. A quick hit on the scripture here. Because the scripture is important, you know. It's more important than you realize. Alright, this is the book of hold on, let me see. Yep. Let me just go back a few verses. It says, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11, verse 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 9. Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not. Meaning what? Don't go back and forth with in a matter, in a situation. Say somebody's arguing, one person's arguing with another. Don't be jumping in there and taking sides and shit, man, because you favor this brother over the other, or, you know, because you feel like, you know, this is right, that is right. Don't be getting there arguing with another person, with somebody else, because of, you know, what they got going on. All right, and you want to take sides and shit. That's not, you know, that's not lawful. Scripture tells you not to do that. That's a commandment. Don't do that, man. All right, because nothing good comes from this, man. Then now this person is looking at you with an evil eye, ready to do you harm. Because you striving against him, just as the other person. In his eyes, in that person's eyes, y'all are ganging up on him. All right, it's like that man called for backup, and you were the backup. And you don't have no idea what you're talking about, or what was going on. You didn't know the situation beforehand. All you did was hear when you got there, and then you started judging. You were quick to judge. All right, and you ain't supposed to do that, man. All right. Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not. If it has nothing to do with you, why are you putting yourself in there? Why are you trying to make it to have something to do with you if it had nothing to do with you in the first place? All right, mind your business, pretty much, and sit not in judgment with sinners. All right, don't try to defend the wicked. You defending the wicked, you're gonna be found wicked with that man. Scripture said, "The hand joined in hand, the wicked should not go unpunished." Imagine Esau getting destroyed with thermonuclear fire, and you trying to stand up for Esau, which we have a lot of Jakes doing that today. All right, when we're out there on the battlefield and we cutting up Esau, you got Jake trying to defend him. Oh, but guess who freed us from slavery now? Oh, bitch, the man that had you in slavery? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Jake, you know, Jake's just foolish, man. They trust in oppression. All right. And if anybody's going up against their own people, they're gonna be right there next to them, going up against their own people with them, man. Because what? Jake killing each other, man. All right. Jake lacks common sense and knowledge. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Hosea 4:6, man. Now it goes on. It says, "My son, meddle not with many matters. And for if thou meddle much," it says, if you meddle much, then what? What happens if you meddle much? If thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. You shall not be innocent, man. You're gonna be found guilty, you know, in all these matters because you played your part in it. And all of a sudden, people gonna be using you as a witness. Oh, that's my witness. he was there. You see me. I ain't robbed nothing. And then I'll, you know, say a man's in court. For example, say a man's in court, and the judge is telling him, or you got the people testifying against him that he robbed their store, and he got you as a witness. Oh, this man my witness. I ain't robbed nothing. Okay. And they, you know, they find evidence that he actually robbed that store, and now everybody looking at you like, oh, so you probably had something to do with this, huh? You had something to do with this shit, huh? You know, now you getting fingers pointed at you, you know, like you orchestrated the whole thing, man. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain. Neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. You know, if you follow after, you know, meddle in another man's matter, if you're trying to defend that man, what are you going to obtain for defending that man? You ain't going to get nothing. Or even, hey, thanks, bro. You going to glory in that? Thanks? That's what you're going to live the rest of your life with? Yeah, I hope somebody get out of the judgment. You know? It don't work like that. First of all, the Most High is the judge. YAHAWASHI is the judge, man. Alright, so that person ain't escaping judgment no way, no matter what. He going to get judged, whether it's now, tomorrow, or a year later. You know, now or later, he going to get judged. So you really not helping anything, man. All you doing is getting spots put on you, man. You getting spots on you, man. Spots and blemishes on you. So when judgments come, you gonna be looking just like that man. All right. You ain't gonna be able to tell you and the accused apart, because you backing that man up. You gonna make it seem like you had a hand in his wickedness, man. Now that goes for saying meddling in another man's matter. Another man's matter could be anything, man. He could be talking to a brother. All right, if they didn't ask you anything, this had nothing to do with you, don't just be jumping and putting your head into something, and putting your 2 cents in, man, because you don't know what the matter is, man. You don't know what the subject is. You have to actually, you know, you would have to be the accused or the accuser in order to be able to have part in this matter, man. But if the matter don't concern you, you ain't had nothing to do with it, go home and mind your business, because you might just be getting yourself into something that you're not really looking for, man. All right. Another matter could be a man in his household, a man and his children, or a man and his wife. He could be arguing with his wife. If that man fighting with his wife or stumping his wife in or whatever he doing with his wife, that's his business. That's his property, man. That's his matter. That's something that he and his wife deals with. You have nothing to do with it. If that man beating his kids, you know, chastising his kids, that's chastisement, man. The scripture tells you to chastise your children. In fact, let me grab it so that you know. This is the book of Proverbs 23:13. Withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. Scripture tells you to beat him, man. Whoop his ass. It says, thou shalt beat him with the rod and shalt deliver his soul from hell. All right. They say, you know, whooping his ass is going to save him, man. The Lord spiritually whoops our ass all the time to deliver us from hell. All right. If the Lord wasn't whooping our ass, we'd be 2/3, man. Scripture says, if thou endure chastisement, the Most High dealeth with thee as he dealeth with sons, man. We become his sons. We are his sons because we are able to endure chastisement, man. And he was able, you know, we were able to take that rebuke and that correction, that chastisement, so that we will be saved from hellfire. All right, which is what, a thermonuclear fire, man. But back to Ecclesiasticus 11:10. My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not attain. Neither shalt thou escape by fleeing. Meaning what? Your name ain't going to get erased out of this matter, because there are witnesses now that you were there meddling in this matter, man. You know, a man going through it in his household, that's his matter. Don't meddle in that matter. You trying to be Captain Save-A-Who, all right, out there trying to stop this man from cussing out his wife or whatever it may be, and you end up getting shot. Because what? You weren't innocent. Now you meddled in this matter. Now you are offending, man. Now you are a part of this matter. now you have to be judged for it. It said, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing, man. All right. So like you ain't going to escape, man. Now you got to pay. You trying to defend Captain Save-A-Ho, she don't give a damn about you, man. I had made this post one time on Facebook, I remember, where it was like a meme, and it was saying, if you walk in on your sister, it was saying you walk in on your sister getting beat by her husband, what are you doing? I said, I'm walking out, I'm going back home. All right. And I got so much backlash for it. Everybody started commenting, started going in on me, snapping on me, and they didn't even understand what they were saying. All right. Consider this. You go in there and beat this man. Say you beat him to death, or you beat him halfway to death. Now this man has a vendetta out for your life. Not only does he have a vendetta out for your life, you so-called saved your sister, but your sister is still sucking up to this man. Now your sister is still with this man, sleeping with this man, living with this man, but you have not been forgotten. He still has beef with you. He still wants to kill you or persecute you for what you did to him. Say you go in there and you beat this man, or you swing on this man, and this man mightier than you, and he started beating your ass, stumping your head in. All right, now you got permanent damage, permanent brain damage, whatever it may be, broken bones. All right, knocked out teeth. You're permanently damaged, and you receive judgment because you meddled in a matter that had nothing to do with you, man. If that's so what is your sister? All right, when a daughter is raised up, she's back in the day she was sold to her husband, to her new husband. All right, she was sold to her new husband, man. And they could have been sold the women were sold at like age 12 to her new husband, man. And he can save her up, he can keep her to be a virgin for as long as you want to, until he feels that she's ready, or he feels that she's ripe and ready to go. Okay, that's how it went back in the day. That woman became his property. Now she has nothing to do with you, even though she's your sister. You have to let that go, man, because now she belongs to another man. All right, now that was your sister, your property. She was the property of your father, man, because the father had gained profit off the daughter, man. All right, when he given her to another man's hand, you don't give your sister into another man's hand. Your father does, man. Okay. There's a scripture in Ruth. I believe it was Ruth. I was just reading about it not too long ago, talking about how a woman had played. It says she had ran back to her dad's house, her father's house. And it said she played the harlot and ran back to her father's house. Why is it calling her a harlot? Because she don't belong to her father no more. She belonged to her husband, but she ran back to her previous head. Okay? So it says she played the harlot and ran back to her father's house. That same woman ended up getting put to death, man. Getting brutally raped and put to death. All right? When her husband went to go retrieve her, he was going back home, and they stopped to rest at a city in the city of Benjamin. All right. And some men that were wicked, they came there to had raped the man. They wanted to rape the man. He said, bring him out that we may know him. And they had took his wife instead, and they brutally raped her all night long until the sun came up, man. And this was her judgment because she played the harlot. But nevertheless, that's another story for another time. Another story for another time, man. Read the book of Ruth if you want to know about it. That was also the time of Benjamin, when he was almost cut off from Yasharallah. All right, and he had to take of virgins. And if any man have an ear, let him hear what it means to take a virgin. All right, but that that goes to show you that a woman is a possession. The scripture says, he that getteth a wife getteth a possession. All right, that is that man's possession, that man's property, that man's business. So these people all in here in my comment board, talking all this shit. Wow, I hope you don't really think like this. Wow, you're cruel. That's cruel. Wow, what the fuck do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? There's so many outcomes. There are so many different outcomes to that situation. But the chances are that woman's been your sister or my sister, according to the post. You know what I'm saying? Not that it's an actual thing, But your sister could have been beaten by this man, by her husband, plenty of times before. Yet she's still there. You know what I'm saying? It's not up to her. It's unlawful for a woman to go anywhere. If she getting her ass beat, it's probably because she's out of order. Get in order, you won't be getting your ass beat in the first place. You know, it's your job to obey your husband. Obey your husband as your head. You know what I'm saying? So this thing could have turned out, this situation, this matter could turn out in so many different situations. But it all ends, if you leave it alone, it all ends the same way that it's always going to end. It's going to end one way every time. You know what I'm saying? He's going to end up apologizing. She's going to end up sucking up to him. They're going to have makeup, sex, or whatever, man. All right? That's just how it is. The woman is going to cling to her husband, her head, no matter what. Okay? That's just the 99.9% chance of the outcome. But if you go and meddle in that matter, you could go to jail. You can get arrested. You can go to jail. You can get killed. You can get beaten. All right. And while you getting your head bashed in, your damn sister ain't gonna save you. She gonna watch you get your head bashed in, man. She's gonna watch you get your damn head bashed in. All right. Because now you are coming in between another man and his business. You have nothing to do with that man and his business. This man might have a motherfucking magnum on his waist, man. Blow your whole damn upper shoulders off, man. Blow everything off from shoulders and above. All right? And you're going to be looking stupid because you meddled in a matter that had nothing to do with you. You think in your mind that you're doing the right thing, but you're not. Meddle not in another man's matters. It has nothing to do with you. You never know what the outcome of the situation is, man. All right? Just mind your business. Okay, follow after YAHAWASHI Yahshua's footsteps and keep moving on, man. Everything else will play out the way it's supposed to play out. But if you jump in and interrupt something and intervene on something that has nothing to do with you, all right, you gonna get it, man. It says thou shalt not be innocent. You ain't gonna be innocent. Therefore, you're liable to get judged. You're liable to get judged right there on the spot because you're not going to be innocent meddling in that man's matters. All right? Now, all of a sudden, whatever happens to you is on your hands. This man could know where you live. He could have his cousins doing drive-bys in your house. Now your kids, you got kids, you got a wife. Your family has to suffer because you meddled in another man's matter. You see what I'm saying? That's a really dangerous thing to do that, man. But I just wanted to go into that scripture, man. Call HALAL YAHAWASHI Shabbat QADASH. I truly hope this lesson was edifying to you, Akim and you, YAHAWAH. Till next time, Yasharallah, I say Shalom.